Until we meet again!
control. Even the ultimate life form can't stop me. This victory shall soon turn into despair.
Wow.